Hello everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Godzilla fan, JurassicZilla here, back at it again with another video. I am super excited for this video because for this video, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the Godzilla -1 trailer. Yeah, that trailer was awesome and I loved it. I was going to do a video breakdown, but if you guys know Dangerville, he already did that and explained a lot of cool hidden details. So if you want to watch that video, go watch that. But for this video, I'm just going to give my thoughts on the trailer. I'm JurassicZilla, let's get right into the video, shall we? Just your friendly neighborhood Godzilla fan. So, where do I even start? Well, first off, I'll start by saying that this trailer is exactly what I wanted. And judging by how the movie is looking, it is also exactly what I wanted. I honestly don't know how Toho's doing it, but they're actually making a Godzilla film or from the perspective of the civilians, and we're gonna get so much damage and brutal scenes. This is really all I wanted from a Godzilla movie. I just think one of the cool things about Godzilla is seeing innocent people die when they don't need to. And even in the trailer, they showed hundreds of people dying. And this is just the trailer, it's not even the movie yet. So we can only assume that we'll see a lot more people die in this movie. And even the effects are pretty cool. A lot of the shots look awesome. And speaking of shots, there's a lot of cool camera angles in this trailer. One of my favorite shots that's not of Godzilla is the people standing on the building and the building's falling down and they're holding on for their life even though they're dead anyways. And I love how there's actually not a lot of wide shots. If you watch this trailer back, there's really not a lot of wide shots of Godzilla or the city. It's really close-up shots of the humans and Godzilla's kind of off in the distance, which makes you feel like you're actually in the movie, in that scene, in the perspective of a person looking at Godzilla. This movie does also look like it's going to have a lot of creative moments, like the ship being flung from the ocean into the mainland. It seems like Godzilla's going to pick up that ship and toss it. And speaking of Godzilla, this Godzilla is probably the most brutal Godzilla we might ever see. It reminds me a lot of GMK actually, just the way this Godzilla purposefully kills people. Remember that scene from GMK where Godzilla's walking by the hospital where that little girl was and then he just tail slapped and killed her? Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of scenes like that in this movie. But one thing that I really want to point out is the music. As we know with the Shin Godzilla trailer when that first released, the music in the trailer was actually music from the movie. And it seems like that's going to be the same thing with this trailer. The music we heard in the trailer, which I can't play due to copyright reasons, is most likely actually going to be a soundtrack in the movie. And I'm all here for it. The type of music that they make for these movies, it just gives like a hopeless feeling in a way. Kind of like Shin Godzilla. If you hear a lot of the Shin Godzilla music, it has this weird mix of like a Godzilla evil theme mixed with like a hopeless element of the humans. And this music here is doing the exact same thing. It makes you feel like, oh my gosh, Godzilla, but it also makes you feel like, wow, all these people can't do anything about Godzilla and they're all dead. Personally, I don't really know who made the music for this movie, but whoever made it, thank you so much. This music seems like it's gonna be great. Another thing I want to point out is the style of this trailer. There's like this weird suspense right before they show Godzilla, and you get really excited, but then when you see him and you see him killing all these people, you're just like, wow. You can even see in my trailer reaction. You didn't see me being like, yes, yes, yes. I was just like, oh, oh. And I love it. I love that they're going for a darker tone for a Godzilla movie because that's what Godzilla should be. That's how he started out and that's how he should continue to be. Another thing I want to point out is the atomic breath. If we see that scene of the ship on the water and this big blue light blasts through the ship and the whole entire thing explodes almost looking like a nuclear bomb. Is that Godzilla's atomic breath or some form of the atomic breath? Maybe even a nuclear pulse? Because let me just say, if that really is his atomic breath, this might be one of the strongest atomic breaths we see. You can even see with Godzilla vs. Kong, where Godzilla shot his atomic breath up and it just sliced through the ship. But this Godzilla blows the whole thing up. Another thing is, I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with the atomic breath. And will his atomic breath really just be a beam? Because judging by the trailer, I think his atomic breath is going to be very similar to a nuclear explosion. We see in the ocean, when he seems to shoot his atomic breath, the whole thing blows up like a nuclear bomb. We see another scene where it looks like Godzilla standing next to a nuclear bomb, but it always could be that Godzilla just shot one beam of the atomic breath and it caused a nuclear explosion. Yeah, we might not even see this Godzilla just shooting his atomic breath like all over the place. He might do like an actual like a fireball even, and just boom, nuclear explosion. That would be very interesting though. Every time Godzilla uses his atomic breath, it literally is a nuclear explosion. Or this shot could simply just be the humans dropping a nuclear bomb on Godzilla, trying to kill him, but obviously there's Japanese civilians in the way and they're dead. Another thing I want to know is how far are they going to go with this movie? We do know that the Americans are going to be in this movie as well. So are we going to see a scene where the nuclear bombs go off, Japan is devastated, and then once Godzilla comes, the Americans drop more bombs on Godzilla to kill them, and they kill lots of Japanese civilians again? Are they gonna go as far as to do that, dropping a third nuclear bomb? That I am very curious on, because that could make some very sad scenes. Also, this whole movie just looks like it's gonna be sad. I'm also very curious to know, what was that last shot of the trailer where Godzilla was burning? A lot of people say it's burning Godzilla. I honestly don't think it is. What it looks like to me is the humans dropped a nuclear bomb on Godzilla, and that's the aftermath. His whole entire face is scarred. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the beginning of the movie or near the end of the movie, but as you know, we did see that shot of Godzilla standing in front of what looks to be a nuclear explosion, so that could be the aftermath of that. Which would be kind of awesome. Instead of Godzilla just tanking a nuclear bomb like it's nothing, he actually does get scarred from it, which makes him a lot more angrier. There's just so many things to talk about for this movie, and all I can really say is that I'm just excited to see what they're going to do. This is the type of Godzilla movie that I really wanted. I loved Shin Godzilla so much, probably my second or third favorite Godzilla movie, but one of the things that Shin Godzilla was lacking is the lack of civilian deaths. We see Shin Godzilla do all of this destruction, but we don't really see individual people die. You don't just see a building get destroyed and then you think, oh, there's people in that building. When you actually get to see the people on the building falling to their death, it just makes it so much better. So overall, I am super excited for this movie. Like, I just don't even know what to feel anymore. I'm just like, I'm so surprised that we're actually getting a Godzilla movie like this. It is amazing and I cannot wait. But that's going to be all for my thoughts video. If you want me to make a part 2, just let me know in the comments and I definitely will. I also do have some new merch coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to my second channel. I'm starting to post a lot more videos on there, so go check it out. I make some awesome edits. But anyways, Godzilla Minus One, I cannot wait. December 1st, I'll be in the movie theaters November 30th. And as always, have a great Godzilla day.